Hello, good morning.
Dumpling time. Here, in the camera. Chicken on the road. Then we have to show our passports and then we get fuel. Yes, we do it.
Happy day and welcome to Smiling Eagle Alex. Today we are journeying from Xinjiang Pass to Kashgar, from there to Tashgurkan, and further down to the border of Pakistan, the Kunjerab Pass.
We are in China. Having dumplings here. Amazing. The border crossing was actually rather quick, very surprisingly. And now, dumpling time.
The Red Dragon, a country that has risen like a rocket in recent years. In this episode, I will talk about what is important to know if you cross with your own vehicle. Stay tuned.
So, our hotel.
Things ain't easy traveling China because you will need a Chinese number plate and the Chinese driver's license. You know, they say patience is a virtue, but in China it's an extreme sport. We had like 15 passport checks to enter the country. Several took almost an hour for the whole group, so everything is documented to perfection, and certainly all hierarchies must be obeyed. Customs, however, was not as crazy as expected. I mean, it was crazy. Let's look at the level of craziness when your fuel is empty, and later we come back to customs.
We are fueling up in China. That means the guide has to use the car to open the gate. So you see it fenced in the rear. Open the gate, then we can drive in. Then the guide has to bring the card again to activate the fuel pump. Then we have to show our passports, and then we get fuel.
Welcome to Kashgar, one of China's most vibrant crossroads of culture and history.
Meeting on the square.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
你好. 你好.
This ancient city has been a Silk Road hub for thousands of years. Today, we'll dive into Kashgar's unique mix of tradition and modern life, from bustling bazaars to dancing performances. We're going to mausoleums, and we're gonna see serene mountain views, as well as camels.
So fluffy.
In Kashgar, you will find Uyghur markets bursting with spices, hand-woven carpets, and local crafts.
Here, the camera. Nice. Hello.
They make delicious food in not so small pots.
Enjoying some vitamins with Thomas here. Nice. Very good stuff here. Freshly produced. With a machine here.
The streets feel like stepping into a Disneyland storybook, with winding alleys and traditional tea houses. So hit that subscribe button and let's explore the wonders of Kashgar together.
Chicken on the road. We're getting ready in the hotel in Kashgar, heading towards Tashgurkan, I think, 280 kilometers. With the guys from the group, it's gonna be fun. Yes, we do it.
After just saving that bus from touching my bags, let's talk about what to consider when bringing your own motorized vehicle into China. Something that's both exhilarating and a bit challenging. First off, hiring a guide isn't just a formality. They will help you navigate routes, language barriers, and border checkpoints. Second, let's talk about permits and paperwork. China has strict regulations for foreign vehicles, so you will need a temporary vehicle import permit and, as said earlier, a Chinese driving license. You will need to work with an approved tour agency that will help you handle these documents. Unlike most countries, where you can just show up with your international driving license, China requires foreigners to have an official guide with them throughout the whole journey, which brings me to the next point. To manage budget constraints, it is wise to team up with fellow travelers and share the costs for the agency. We traveled with Drive China, and I can very much recommend them. They showed great communication, they selected the best hotels in town, and they provided a funny and very helpful guide. Also, they do the tour in 5 days, which gives you more time to actually see the country, mainly Kashgar in that case. Another key factor is language and communication. English is rare outside major cities, so having translation apps, basic Mandarin phrases, and gestures ready can make a big difference, especially if you run into mechanical issues or need directions. On our route, here in the western of China, we spoke pretty much no English at all with the Chinese people, even in the better hotels. In China, there's always room for one more. Whether it's on a motorbike or in the comment section, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and join the ride. Let me take the opportunity to thank the guys from the group for the great experience and wish them safe travels. China is a surveillance state. You see the police on the right side? Here we're heading from Tashgurkan to the border Kunjerab pass, and we were told by the customs and police that we should not stop on the motorbike. If you ride on a car, your doors will be sealed with tape. And take that, from the customs office to the border it's more than 120 kilometers. As said earlier, customs is a nightmare. While we had to do all our baggage through the X-ray when entering the country, our motorbikes were not X-rayed. However, when we left the country, we had to wait like for 2 hours for a customs officer to take care of us. In a country where the government is filming and observing every square centimeter, you better not bring your China-produced DJI drone because they don't want you to film here. Especially here in the western part, everything seems to be very critical. I'd recommend you to read up on what's happening to the Uyghurs in that region. I will not lay this out here, you can do your own research. Here, I got hunted by Thomas and Jeanette on their Tenerife 700. For us, riding up the Kunjerab pass from the China side is like climbing towards the sky. The road is a long, winding ribbon through endless mountains, each curve revealing another layer of stunning rugged landscape. As you ascend, the air grows thinner and you start to feel the sheer altitude, but the view is worth every deep breath. The silence up here is profound, broken only by the hum of your bike and the occasional eagle soaring overhead. And then, after hours of riding, you see it, the Kunjerab Gate, the official border between China and Pakistan, standing tall against a dramatic backdrop. It's a feeling of accomplishment, of reaching the roof of the world and knowing that the adventure is just beginning on the other side. Pakistan, we need your freedom to live and breathe like travelers do.
I'm loving it! Pakistan, here we come!
Hey there, Hunza Valley.
7,300 meters, the mountain here.
I'm still a little bit nervous now.
The timer is on. Crazy.
China's story is extraordinarily rich and dramatic. Now Michael Wuqia, one of the UK's preeminent historians, brings it all together in a major new one-volume history of China that is essential reading for anyone who wants to understand its burgeoning role in our world today. For all our German readers, you might want to look at Supermacht China, die chinesische Weltmacht aus Asien verstehen by Hermann Rupold. Reading a book about China is like embarking on a wild adventure through a land of ancient mysteries and modern marvels, while a book on happiness is your map to finding joy in the chaos. Together they make for the perfect travel guide to life. You will find the links in the description. join the convoy. Just like in China, the more the merrier. So hit that like button, drop a comment and subscribe to keep the adventures rolling. See you in Pakistan next. Until then, stay wild, healthy, safe, and always give it a smile.